Hey guys, my name's Tiffany. I'm gonna be considering here, experimenting with doing a video blog, as a way of expressing, how I feel, a way of therapy, um, to, maybe get my story out there. Maybe there's others that can relate. I'm gonna talk about various topics, and they might not all like mesh, or be together because my mind does flip flops. So um, I do want to start out with my current husband and what's going on with all that and where I stand and that type of thing. Well, again, like I said, my name's Tiffany. Um, on the big 4-0, um, I I have borderline personality disorder. My therapist likes to not call it that though, and I agree with him. It's more post traumatic stress disorder. I was physically, emotionally, verbally, sexually abused as a child, and witnessed a lot of abuse as a child. Um, Not just at home, but other like places and placements I was placed at. I have 3 girls. God, those girls are my love, are my life, my everything. Um, yes, they're teens, so it's very very difficult. But they're very bright, intelligent, and I'm proud of all 3 of them. My oldest is going to art school for the next few years till she graduates high school. Currently has a really nice boyfriend. Um, my middle one is gotten accepted into a school called Bard Early College. Um, so she'll graduate with a high school diploma and a liberal arts degree for college. And my baby, she is the youngest, and she's 13, but looks like she's like 8. And she is very very bright. However, there are certain issues that she has as well, but um, she has one more year and then she'll graduate from the 8th grade. For the 8th grade. I mean, from the 8th grade, sorry. Um, oh, I'm so freaking tired. I just started back on my medication. I take Prozac and Klonopin. I just started back on my Prozac, so I'm having, tiredness and blah, and you name it, I'm having it. Um, so I'm just like, ugh, because I had forgotten to get my prescription filled. That was the biggest issue. I forgotten to get it filled, and because I forgotten to get it filled, I got in this big, big, deep, dark hole of depression. So I got out of that hole, and so um, sorry about the room. It's my ex is not very clean person. So most of the shit in here is his junk. He's like a hoarder or something. I don't know what you want to call him, but um I don't know. I'm currently staying with my ex. Um the father of my 3 kids. Um I am currently on my second marriage. Second and last marriage. And I say, no more marriages. However, I did, marry this guy named Bob. He's my husband, and he's currently in California. I'm not gonna speak really ill of him, because it's not really like that. His family just chose eventually not to like me. Honestly, I think it's because I took their baby boy out of Iowa. That's just what I think. However, I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. They also might not like me because I'm Mexican. That's another option there. However, I don't agree with the way he's going about this, because it's been over, like I said, it might be hard to follow me, so I apologize, but it's been over a year and a half or so now since I've seen or spoken to him. He blocked me on his Facebook. His wife, by the way, on his Facebook. The phone that he has, yes, I had it shut off in December when I got back. Not this December, I think it was like the December before, because he wasn't calling me on it. I bought the phone. So if you're not going to call me on it, why have it? So, to be maybe spite, vindictive, who knows? Because I can't be a vindictive bitch, I'll be the first to admit it. But, so, I got the phone shut off. Then he still hasn't called me. He won't, he blocks my messages on email. Mind you, he's also just turned 40. We met and through a mutual friend, and it was like a whirlwind. He swept me off my feet. Charming, charismatic, I don't know how to really describe him, but he was everything I always wanted in a guy. When I got with my kid's father, it was under different circumstances. It was under the fact that I wanted an escape. I wanted to escape my life. I wanted to escape, being with my biological family and all the craziness going on in that aspect of my life. So, that part is what I wanted to do. So when Bob was in Iowa and I was in Ohio. So I wrote him a Facebook message. This was when I was getting ready for my divorce and stuff, and my first husband. And I wrote him a Facebook message, and I'm like, "Hey, sexy, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah." And asked him out. My mom said, "Oh, go ahead and do something like that." And people do it nowadays, so I did it. And in the process of asking him out, I told him long-distance relationships can work. I know people that were in them. I've seen people that were in them. They can work if you want them to work, but you got to put the effort in. And that's what we did. So we both eventually, said, okay, let's see where this goes. So then he wasn't currently liking the job he was at anyhow. So he started driving down to come see me. That was the most specialist moment in my life, because really, you're gonna just, basically drop everything, just to come see me, you know? Why? Was I really worth it? But so yeah, he dropped everything and came and seen me and spent the night and that type of stuff, and then he would go back like to work or whatever, but not quite really, because he didn't like the job anymore, or the rules of the job, should I say. I mean, he liked the work, but he didn't like the job. And that's one thing I liked about him, was he was a hard worker, and he had 2 kids, and he was a good dad to both his kids, and then when he met mine, he was a great dad. So he eventually, after a couple months, he eventually got canned from that job, but only because of the attendance policy rule. He was late like a few times, and the one time he was late was by a few minutes or something. I don't know exactly, but it wasn't like much. So he said there wasn't really nothing holding him back. I mean, yeah, his kids were in Iowa, but other than that, there wasn't nothing, holding him back to come. Nothing holding him back to come here. So I said, well, I love to travel anyhow, so we could just travel back and forth, back and forth. And he agreed that, we can do that to come see the kids and stuff. Blah, blah. Plus, his mom at that time had a house that he was staying in. And, yes, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have another cigarette, because otherwise I have to get up and go light it. And I'm being lazy today, because I have to go to the doctor in a little bit to have my hand tested for carpal tunnel. So, give me a minute. Okay, so, where was that? I have been having issues with being fat, too, by the way. Just throwing that out there. I know it doesn't have anything to do with Bob or anything, but I feel fat. I feel fat. And I feel fat. Yeah, that's what I feel. So, Bob and I, oh look, somebody loves me. Wonder who. But he decided to move in with me, my mom, my kids, and stuff at my mom's house. And my mom and him, got along. They liked each other or whatever, and, but it was just complicated, because now my mom and him had falling outs and this and that, but my mom, really, I'm sorry, Mom, I love you and all, but yeah, she's hard to